It's a behind the scenes issue that could have a major impact on this year's holiday season. The supply chain backup is partly to blame for so many of the products, the shortages that we're dealing with. I sat down with the supply chain professor at the University of Tennessee to discuss what is causing the jam and when things will finally get back to normal.
What are your biggest concerns as we do get closer to Christmas?
Well, obviously at Christmas, volume is at peak uh, versus other times of the year. And I think over time, we've been conditioned to order at certain times of the year and expect products to show up at our doorstep or be on the shelf. And this year's just a little different for a variety of reasons, but the lead time for a lot of these things that we're used to ordering has just gotten much longer. So I fear as people get used to ordering after that Thanksgiving holiday and expect to be able to get everything they wanted, that there's going to be a lot of disappointed people.
There are a lot of factors I know at play, but share with us some of those factors that have really led us up to this point with the challenges in the supply chain.
The impetus for all of this was probably, we can trace it back to COVID because it really spurred probably 10 years worth of growth in online supply chains that in about 12 months, 12 to 18 months. So, that was the impetus. But if you look at it, if you think of a supply chain to get a product from where it's coming from to your doorstep, you can think of it like a line of dominoes. And just taking one domino out can make the entire chain not fall, right? In the last 18 months, we've had a lot of dominoes that have gotten removed from that chain of dominoes. And so the probability of what you order having one domino missing is just much higher. And so, whether it is, we've had a shortage of truck drivers for going on decades now, a shortage of just trucks, the ports, you have factories shut down in China when they go back up, they're shipping a lot of product out, but the ports like Long Beach, which has been in the news a crazy amount lately, just don't have the capacity to unload those as fast as they need to. And, natural, and it's not even all that kind of just total supply chain issues, disruptions like natural disasters, floods, all of those come into play. And a lot of little things have added up to the big things that we're seeing in the stores right now.
So here's the $100,000 question.
Okay.
When do you foresee things getting back to normal, if you will?
Well, the good news is I do think that we'll get back to a more normal. The bad news is I don't think it's going to be in 2021. This is the peak demand time of the year in terms of retail, and they're just a lot of manufacturers and retailers are really just trying to keep up right now. After there's usually a lull in demand after the Christmas holiday and then after the Chinese New Year in the early part of 2022. So, hopefully by next summer, a lot of this is in our, we're back to normal and everything that we order is there when we want it to be. But in the meantime, I think you can do a lot of things to at least minimize the effects of all this. If you're shipping something as a present, ship it directly to them instead of to you. You can save a few days there. Just little things like that can probably at least avoid some headaches for some people.